was another very prominent actress. So in this scene, we have Dolly Gallagher Levi interacting with another actor by the name of Ambrose Kemper. Okay, and Ambrose wants to marry the girl of his dreams, and her uncle, Mr. Van de Gelder, doesn't want that. And so Dolly Levi is going to make it happen. Okay, so here we have two of our foundation actors who've been with us for the longest period of time. Jeff Azevedo, our technical person, playing Ambrose Kemper, and Summer Pierson playing Mrs. Dolly Gallagher Levi in a scene from the play The Matchmaker. Woo! Action!
Dear Mr. Van der Gelder, I implore you to reconsider your decision and allow me the honor of your niece, Irmagard's hand in marriage. You maintain that an artist such as myself has no meaningful prospects, but I disagree. I strongly disagree.
Oh, you must be Ambrose Kemper. I am your dear Irmagard's mother's oldest friend, and I must say that I do hope the best for you, and I hope to see that you're married very soon. And I think if you were to listen to me, I could be of real use to you. You see, I am completely frank with you.
What is your point?
But my point, Mr. Kemper, is that Mr. Van de Gelder is a very rich man, and he actually wishes to get rid of Irmagard.
You know, I am not interested in Mr. Van der Gelder's money. I have enough to support a wife and family.
Enough? Oh, Mr. Kemper, how much is enough when thinking about children and the future? I mean, the future is our world's most expensive luxury in the world, don't you think?
Miss Levi, what is your point?
Well, my point, Mr. Kemper, is that Mr. Van de Gelder wishes to get rid of Irmagard, and I think if you were to follow my advice, he can let her marry you.
Mr. Van de Gelder plans on getting married, the monster?
Pardon you, Mr. Kemper, but it is true. Mr. Van de Gelder intends to get married himself as well.
Married to you, Miss Levi?
To me? No, not to me. I am merely arranging it as I'm in charge of Mr. Van de Gelder's affairs.
For Mr. Van der Gelder, there are no suitable brides.
I know. That's why I've been hired to find him one of the most suitable brides. And I think I can safely say that Mr. Van de Gelder will be married by the end of next week.
Well, what do you suggest, Miss Levi?
I'm glad you asked. I am taking the next train to New York at 5:30 with Irmagard, but I am not taking her to Miss Van Heusen house as I've been instructed. I am taking her to my house, and I wish for you to call for her there at 5:30.
Miss Dolly Gallagher Levi, varicose veins removed?
I beg your pardon?
I beg your pardon, consultation's free? No.
I must have given you the wrong card. Pardon you, Mr. Kemper. Here, there is my card.
Miss Dolly Gallagher Levi. Aurora hosiery? Instruction in the guitar and mandolin? You do all these things?
Two and two make four, Mr. Kemper, and they always did. So what I need is for you to get on the train and meet us in New York City at my apartment at 5:30. Once the three of us have convened, we'll go down to the Harmonia restaurant down on the Battery. Mr. Van de Gelder will meet us there, and all will be arranged.
How?
Oh, I don't know. One thing or another will happen, and it will all work out.
How do I know I can trust you, Miss Levi? You could easily make our situation worse.
Mr. Kemper, your situation could not possibly be worse.
Wish I knew what you get out of this business life.
That's a very proper question. I get two things, profit and pleasure. Well, currently I'm arranging the domestic affairs of Mr. Vandegelder, and out of it I get... Yes, I get little pickings, Mr. Kemper, and this is so very important, especially at this time when I haven't got cab fare back to New York. You see, I am frank with you.
Searching. I'm searching.
Well, I will continue to be frank with you, because if I don't get my little pickings...
Picking. There's your little picking. Now, where do you get your picking?
Oh, my pleasure, Mr. Kemper. You know how when you artists paint a countryside or a river and you make 1,000 little changes to all the details? As though nature itself doesn't quite get it right and you must step in to correct it. Well, I'm like you artists. Life as it is isn't satisfactory for me. I'm bored, Mr. Kemper, with life as it is, and so I see fit to change it to my liking. I put my hand in here, and I put my hand in there, and I watch, and I listen, and often I'm very much amused.
Well, not in my affairs, Miss Levi.
Wait, there's another thing. I am very interested in Mr. Vandegelder and all this idle, frozen money just wasting away in the bank. That's not what money should be about, Mr. Kemper. Money should flow like rainwater in and throughout all the people, through the dressmakers and the cabmen, setting up a little business here and furnishing a good time there. Do you see what I mean, Mr. Kemper?
Yes, I do.
New York should be a very happy city, Mr. Kemper, but it's not. And I want to see that that changes because, you know, my late husband, Mr. Ephraim Levi, well, he was from Vienna, and that is a city that understands this. And so I think if Vienna had a more influence on New York would be less of a collection of tired, frantic little ants and just full of so much joy. So, if you and Ermengarde get a good deal of Mr. Vandegelder's money, I want you to see to it that it starts flowing in and around a lot of people's lives. Did you hear? I think that's him. You best be going, Mr. Kemper. Mr. Vandegelder!
Scene! Oh, guys, wonderful, astonishing, wonderful. What great happening. Fantastic. So very good, very good.
And now comes